Man, what's going on today, folks? This morning, got a little drip drap. Unhooking this here. Sorry, you're a little tardy to the party, but man, this big one over here was just giving me fits, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get it off or not because it just didn't want to break free. But finally got that bitch broke free, if you know what I'm saying. And man, it was just a freaking pain in the butt. Let's get you over here so you can see this big boy right here. I had to get the old map gas out and heat it up because it just did not want to come. And fortunately, I'm able to just do this and let all this stuff spooge out, you know what I mean? Just drop these lines down. So now that this is unhooked, I can start getting some of this crap, if you will. I'm gonna probably just leave this reservoir on there because I mean, it's gonna be a pain in the butt to get to those bolts over there when I go to take this off, because this is coming off. You know, I necessarily don't have to get the power steering reservoir hooked back up right away, but I do want to get this off because then I can get that air ride on, and we can start going from there, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I didn't want to bore you with taking these off. This one broke free okay, that one broke free all right, and then this one was a pain in the butt. And I was bending this down in, this right here was bending up and down when I would pull it back and forth. So then I went and got the map gas and heated up because I figured that's probably the best option for me to do right now. So that's what we got going on right now. Today we're just getting this party started because it's well overdue and needs to be done. Needs to be done now. On the show, on the Chad Digging YouTube channel show. Well, I kind of lied to you. I am taking this off because I want to be able to get down in there when I go to remove the bolts for this thing, because I want to clean them off with this. So I broke these free, these bolts at least. Let's see if I can get it off by hand. Hopefully I can, because this is just these 3 bolts on the bottom holding this thing up. So there we go, got number 2 off, and there's one more holding this thing on. Hopefully I can just twist her off real quick and then manipulate this thing, hold on to it like it's my baby or something that's still spooging shit out. Okay, all right, there you go. And if this wasn't the 3-banger and just the 2, I could probably drill some holes and just mount this bitch here, but then all those hoses and stuff would be weird. Whoa, where they need to go. So stepping on big chachi back here. I'm gonna move this. Oh, or if it's grease down my arms. Yeah, that's nice. We got those off. We'll pop those off, take them out, you know what I mean, because we don't need those. And then we got to get back down in there where those bolts are at, which is going to be a pain in the butt. So I'm gonna probably clean up these mess, and I probably will try to pull these lines through because we're gonna want them on the other side there. And always make sure you got your safety glasses on when you're drilling and slinging shit around so you don't get nothing in your eyes. So they're probably going to come out somewhere around here. I really want to swap the fuel. This only has that line right there, which is that line right there, I don't know where that second one's coming from. The light one is going over here, so that doesn't have anything to do with it. So I guess I could have one of these made right here, and if I wanted to move this guy, I really want to move this guy onto the other side. That would be ideal, and then put that power steering reservoir over here. But I don't know. That's what I'd like to do, but I at least need to get those lines out of the way and bring them to where they're kind of over here, to where if it does come over here. So I've had a couple people say mine's right here, and so is mine on Frank. But the thing about mine on Frank and that other one that the person has it on, this linkage right here, this linkage isn't right here. So if you go to get in that, you know what I'm saying, you've got this linkage right here, so you can't really get to that filter or anything like that. So it has to be over here or on the other side, which even the other side, you're still not going to be able to get over to it. But I did put this in here to be able to swap that out, so I'll just leave that probably right there, and I'll probably try to bring it and hook it up over here as far as possible to this corner-ish, you know what I mean, because we don't want to be obstructing that stuff, and then we're going to have lines coming up right here. So it's probably just going to end up being right here. That's probably where it's going to be. So I guess you'll just have to stay tuned and wait a minute until I get on to some other stuff and get that stuff moved. But I am going to pull those lines real quick and at least get them to where they're up here, and try to at least, because they're super stiff, and that one's right up here. That big one comes right up here, and so does that other one. So this will be fun digging around in here and maneuvering that shit, but it's what it is. And you know, I never did this before because I wasn't sure how long it would be before I actually ran this thing, and I could have just ran it with you know, the air right off, but I want to really get that on and try to get that throttle lock on before I do run it, because I will start running it probably Saturday, as long as everything goes okay and I get this hooked up. And then I'll be working on Frank, both of them at the same time this week. I'm just going to take this week and try to work on my trucks and get everything nailed, you know what I'm saying, before it really gets too cold, and I don't want to be outside doing this stuff. So it's what it is. Oh, just pulling you off the charger here because you was dying a little bit. Let's go back in here for a second, because it's about 12:30-ish, liquid launch-ish, doing the old nooner, if you know what I'm talking about. And you know what I'm talking about too. Ease some of my stresses and worries and problems. No. Oh well. I got 2 lines off completely, so I can get new ones made if I decide to put this up here, because it might not be able to go up here, because for some odd reason, right back in there, I don't know if you can see that or not, it's extremely hard to see back here anyways, but now the sun's glaring in there, and I'll point around at what I'm talking about. This line right here, it's not wanting to come off, period. Okay, I can't get that thing to move for the life of me. I heated it up, and getting that big 2-inch down in there is just more than a pain than what I want. And I got that line all the way up here though, you know what I mean, it's all the way up here because I had pulled it out and stuff, but I just cannot get that thing to move. I've heated it up, I've tried hitting it with some stuff, and I can't get that thing to break free because I just don't have the room to fit that big ass fucking 2-inch wrench down in there to get any kind of angle whatsoever. And I'm almost thinking I'm going to have to, if I want to get that thing off, I am going to have to probably take this off the platform right here, which I think it's just this bolt and this bolt, and maybe there's a bolt on the back side, I don't know, but 3 bolts right there. I really don't want to take that off because I don't know what's going to happen if I do, if there's any like weird springs or anything like that in there. But I would have to take that off and move it, and just kind of shove it out of the way to be able to get that. And God, I really don't want to. So anyways, I've moved on to some other ventures, because I thought, you know what, piss on this, I'm going to take a break, because I'm just going to get irritated and end up breaking something that I don't want to break, or you know, shit like that. So I figured I'm going to come over here and I'm going to get this off right here. So I've got one of these bolts out already. I had to figure out what sizes was what. So that is an 18 size there. So we're going to try to finagle our way down in here and get the rest of these off, because there's 4 over here and 4 over there. And once I get that off, I can lift that out and I can bring those other plate brackets on and hook them up to where I can at least get that other suspension on here and get rid of this thing, and then, you know, figure out what I'm going to do with that air ride. So I'll let you hang out with me while I do this real quick and just bump my gums a little bit. But yeah, that's a pain in the butt. I don't want to spend 4 days trying to get that thing off, and I don't believe that's a field service type fitting, because for some odd reason the other end I tried cranking off and I couldn't get that to come off. Maybe it is, I don't know. So I'm stuck right there on that, so I'm just going to kind of take a break from that, because I don't, like I said, I don't want to get pissed off and end up just, you know, trashing something that I really don't need to trash. So it's what it is with that. And yeah, so we're moving on to the next thing, the next best thing of getting this going. That way we're not just, you know, fucking around and killing ourselves. We don't like to kill ourselves. So this is an 18-inch. I've got an 18-inch socket on Big Chachi. We'll go for the top one here. And yeah, it's going on. Let's see if we can get her to break free some. Okay, now she's spinning. And I've got a bunch of wrenches that I just threw because I don't need them. It's kind of hard to maneuver around and stuff, but get that old socket on there just like that. Bada bling, bada boom. It's almost off. Yeah, I can just hand twist it the rest of the way and just pull this out. Boom. So we got these, and these aren't bad. Yeah, I'm just sticking them over to the side here. And I thank God for this cardboard, because this catwalk is extremely, and this is something I peeled off Betty White and stuck on here because I wanted it on here. It was really doing no good on that truck, even though that's where it came from. Oh God, I don't know if I can even, I'm gonna have to wrench these ones off by hand, or at least try to break them free. Oh shit, down here, because I can't get Big Chachi down there because there's this fucking transmission in the way, and this is not exactly what I wanted to deal with. But I'll go get my actual fucking torque later and do it if I need to, and just crank them off by hand, because that's probably what's going to have to happen here on these ones. Oh yeah, they break free no problem. That broke free easy, you know. And I thought these were going to be like big deal problems, but they're really not. So that's nice. I'm gonna go get my wrench and get those other ones off. But yeah, that's it right there. Just busting these off. There's 8 of them, and then I'll get that out the way once I get the rest of these off, and we'll go from there, because I just gotta, you know, buzz those ones off down there. So that's what it is. Well, all of those bolts for this guy right here, okay, are broke free. So, oh yeah, it just moved. I'm gonna get up there and I'm gonna grab it and pull it off real quick, chuck it over to the side because we don't need it anymore. I just gotta get some good. Okay, here we go. Come on, baby. Come on. Get out, get out, get out. Got it. Alrighty. Alrighty then. Okay, so we got this off, and looks like we got a little bit of a mess down here. I know you probably can't see that very well because that's in the way. So we're gonna knock this off real quick, and we're gonna paint this up. And what's gonna happen is this guy right here is gonna be able to slap right on there like so, and those holes are just boom, and then that other one fits right on there. So that'll be a little bit easier to get to the holes. That was such a pain in the butt on that side. I know you probably can't see them, but the holes over there were pain in the ass because that rod was in the way, and then I got some wires down at the bottom that was in the way too, and I lost my hat, which ain't the first time. Probably won't be the last. I don't even know where it went. I don't even see it. So it really is lost. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing next on that. And once I get this stuff cleaned up, because I'm going to clean this off real quick and shoot it with some paint, just to get some protection on there. Go check the other side real quick, because that's where my beer's at. Maybe my hat's over there. I don't know. But yeah, you know, we'll knock this stuff off and clean it up real quick, and then we'll slap those on, and hey, there it is. There's the old hat. Yeah, the circle goes on the outside, so if you're doing this, the circle goes on the outside, because that has to be able to butt up against there like that. So that's what it is with that one. And I'll get you somewhere where you're stable when I do that, because you know I'll need to use both hands probably. So this is what we got going on here. Sprayed her up, or you know, cleaned her up a little bit. We're just going to tap a little bit of this right here on here. This is Rust Reformer, instantly converts rust to protectable paintable surface. So we're just going to throw this on, and we'll slap the, you know, brackets on, and then we'll go from there, because this should be good enough. And I can paint, you know, it's paintable, but I don't think I'll be able to paint them. I just figured I'd get you in on some of this action. That way you're getting on every piece of action, where you're not missing out on anything. And then I'll let that dry up for a little bit here, a few minutes. Really not a big deal to slap that other stuff up there, though. I will try to let it dry up a few minutes, though. That way it is somewhat dry by the time I go throw that other crap on there, because I don't want it necessarily wet. But it wouldn't be a big deal. It'd probably just form together. I just don't want that stuff pulling off, and I'd rather have that dry. That way it's got a little bit of a surface protection for when you know, that other one goes up against there, because I can paint that stuff again. It doesn't matter, don't really matter. But yeah, just went and hung out with the wife. We she come out for a little bit, and we were sharing with them. We got some hard Mountain Dew, finally selling that in Ohio, hard Mountain Dew. Oddly enough, this stuff has no caffeine and no sugar, so it's like a seltzer almost. It's like a Mountain Dew seltzer. So we were trying the second one today. I've already obviously had it. She hasn't, though. We tried the black cherry, and then we were drinking the actual Mountain Dew one, and she seemed to like them both. But the side's pretty much dry, so maybe we can slap this on here in a second. So we'll see what's going on. I'll get the bolts and everything around. That way I can just put them in by hand and get everything set up and get you at a good angle. That way you're at a good angle. Too much talk, not enough work, because yeah, this stacks in the way of everything, or this exhaust. So let's see if I can stick it right here like this. Yeah, I'd say that'd be decent. Let's see if I can grab a couple bolts over here. And I should probably clean these up, because they got like this garbage around them and stuff, and I'm not throwing these back on like this. So I'll be back after I clean all these up. Oddly enough, I've been back from Georgia since we got back Saturday night. It was probably like 11 something. I don't exactly quite remember the exact time, but I'm still getting weather updates from when I was down there, when I was over to JP's house. And it always blows my mind. When we were over in Atlanta, I was still getting weather updates for Tybee Island, where we stayed after we hit up Savannah. And it just blows my mind that I'm still getting weather updates from those places. So yeah, I'm just hand tightening these now. This should be a little bit easier than what it was before. This side wasn't hard at all, I can tell you that much right now. The other side was a mega pain in the butt, because all the shit that was in the way, and just the fact that I couldn't get to where I needed to go to you know, be able to do the stuff. I just want to get these bolts on there. That way, you know, I can at least have the bolt on there and the bolts on there, so it can flop around all it wants to, but I know it's not gonna go anywhere, because you know, the bolts are on there. It could flop all at once too, but it's not gonna fall down or nothing. So that's what's up. That is what is up. And I can slide over now and try to figure out where the rest of the crap is that I need or used and or need, because I got different things at different places from when I was doing this before, and I ain't got no gloves on, so now my hands are gonna get all frickin' dirty, if you will. But it's what it is. It's part of the gizame, you know what I mean? It's part of the game. But I mean, at least this stuff's getting done, you know what I mean? These are all down in here, and it's all like crammed up in, you know, oh shoot, I need to undo this one and put that on there, because that was on there before. You know, other than that, basically all it is right there. Just getting him on there, man. Let's see if we can undo this real quick. Gotta maneuver some stuff around. And honestly, this might not even go on there, because I don't know if it's gonna be in the way or not. Yeah, that's just gonna be in the way, so that's not even honestly gonna go on there anymore. If it is, it would have to go down. Let's see. There we go. We can do her at an angle. We can do her at an angle, folks. We just gotta get her in the right spot, man, before we can do her. And that way, at least that's a bracket that can hold some shit if it needs to. But again, we can rock it with Big Chachi now and get over there. All of them can be rocked with Big Chachi now. Right down in there. Right down in there. Yeah. What? Okay. Let's see if we can do something like this. Put this guy back here like so. And I'll just hold him right there like that. And we'll see if we can get Big Chachi down here in the front. And I don't know, the stupid ass fucking. We got him, just like that. Oh, get off there. Get off there. I don't want to loosen that thing up. I have to pull it off. Got him. Got him. Just tearing up that tank, man. Just tearing that shit up. But, I mean, at least this thing's not in the way, and I can just kind of schmooze on over it, if you know what I mean. This is the easy side, so I figured it. In on the easy side at least. That way I'm not boring you with the hard side, because it might take a little bit longer. I don't know. And then once I button these up, I'll bring you back. And yeah, this thing can't be here, because I need to put a bolt right down through there, so I'm gonna have to take that off. But I don't really need it. It don't matter. It don't really matter, because it doesn't. Okay. And since it didn't go at an angle like I wanted it to, or maybe I can get it to go at an angle, I don't know. We'll see here in 2 seconds. When I jam this up in here and see if I can pull this back in and maneuver it around. Yeah, let's just get rid of it. I don't need it on there. I don't really care about it. Just holding those two hoses, so it's just fucking trash it over here like that. And those hoses will be fine. I can hook them onto something else. Not really too worried about it, if you know what I mean. So that's what's up. forgot I had to crank those ones by hand, so I guess I might have to crank those ones by hand, folks. So I'll be back. I'm not gonna do that on camera because it's gonna take me forever. Hi, how are you? Sun is bright, so I'm gonna slide back in his shadow real quick. Grab a swig on that, and then we're gonna talk about some stuff, because we need to talk about some stuff because it's what we need to do. Okay, issue I may have is this bar right here and this whatever 89 air, I can't remember what it is right now because my mind just drew a blank because I'm thinking about other stuff, but that stuff may be in the way. This malarkey right here, because this malarkey right here feels like it's going to be right there. So I'm gonna slap you up there. I'm going to go around the other side. I'm going to grab it from the back, and I'm going to, well, I'll need to spin it around because I'll need it that way. But if for some odd reason that doesn't fit right there, because that's a bunch of crap right there, obviously. Air dryer, that's what it is. You're welcome. All that crap right there, if for some odd reason that can't fit right there because that stuff's going to be touched, I could take this bar off, but I still think the air dryer may be in the way. I may flip this thing around to where that is right in this region, because there's really nothing right here except for this stuff, which I don't think this stuff is going to be a problem. I'd hope not. I don't want my airlines melting on this though, so I don't know. That's what the issue I'm going to be running into right now is. I guess I don't really know where to even set you to where you can see all of this. So I'm just going to put you right back here on Frank's frame real quick while I run up there and grab that. And then once I get it up to where I need it to be, because you're all the way back here, I'll grab you real quick. Like I said, womp, womp, womp. And let me spin this around real quick. Okay, just like that. And then I can slide up in here just like this. And I was telling the wife earlier, she come out when we were drinking that Dusky and stuff, I had my foot up in here, all a bunch of grease and shit. And the next thing you know, I come up back here like this because I was going to get down, and I stepped too slow and I wham went down. But unfortunately nobody's seen that because there was nothing recording at the time. So great, this fucking bar's already in the way. Already in the way. Okay. Okay. Well, I don't, it's super close, folks. It is super de-duper close here for this. I mean, I don't think I'd be able to get it, to be honest with you, because I can get bolts over there on that side, but I don't think I get bolts over here on this side because of this bar. I may have to remove this bar, which then I just have this bar going across, which that's all I got on Frank is that bar, and that shit's not even quite as big. So I'm probably gonna have to remove this bar, and then this won't be in the way unless I can, I don't see a hole. Okay, there is a hole right there, so maybe I can put it on the other side and put it right down there and move it to where it's on that side, but still going across to brace it. But that's got to go because that is touching right here, so I got to lift this thing back out because I don't want that rubbing up against there, you know what I mean? And I mean right now it's not, but I can't get that in any farther, so that's got to come back out. And we got to figure out how to get that. Bolt is going to be a pain in the ass on that side, it looks like. I mean, I could maybe, no, because the hook's right here, so the hook's got to be on this side, so it's got to be this setup. So this bar has got to come out, so I guess I'll be back when I get it out. Oh. Some things to think about when you're doing a swap to cab air ride on an older truck. Okay. Well, I was able to, I had to take this plate back off. Okay, right where we painted and all that good stuff. Take it back off because I can't get to this bolt right here. This is that, I don't know, bar that was running from the bottom to the top, and I cannot get anything in there to be able to break that bitch free. So I'm gonna see if I can stick Big Chachi up on here now. Oh, he's so tight. Oh, I think, come on, if I could just, and I had to, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna have to use a breaker bar probably. I was lucky and fortunate enough to be able to use Big Chachi up at the top and just go with it from the inside, because I just can't get this bolt broke free with the crescent wrench on the back, and I don't have anything that's big enough to where it'll even freaking move it. So we'll see if I can, because I got the top one off, and I doubt it. I doubt I'm gonna be able to get this thing broke free, because this is the freak. Nah, okay, yeah, okay. It's moving. We got her moving. That crescent wrench, catch up here. Oh, yes. Thank you, Jesus. I'm gonna be able to remove this bar. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, it just fell. It's down on Baby Chachi and not on my stack. Thank you, Lord. Now, this is the complications of this, okay? Because I'm not sure what you can see. Just a bunch of crap, probably, because I'm a crappy, you know, I'm a crappy guy who shoots crappy footage of crappy stuff. So this is what's going on. This is an 18, okay? I can't get anything in a backside, so I had to use a crescent wrench, because I don't know if I have an 18 or not. I probably do somewhere, but I've lost it, and maybe it's up on my trashy desk. I don't know, but basically got to do this number right here to be able to get this bracket off. And once I get this bracket off here, or this bar, if you will, I will be able to put that cab air ride back, and it'll be about perfect. So I'm losing because I'm gripping here. So we're just gonna do this number, and yeah, once that plops down, it goes boom, and we got her broke free. Then we'll just throw it back. I don't think I'm gonna put it on the other side, which I'll keep it, and I probably can if I wanted to, but it would probably be smart to put it on before I do the air ride. But the thing about this is, on this side where the air tube is going, I don't think I can even get to that bolt, and I'm really not interested in taking this whole thing apart to be able to put this on here. I mean, I don't think it's that big of a deal if this one brace ain't on there. You know, that's holding those together. So I'm hoping it'll be okay. And I wish I could at least even get Baby Chachi in there, would be nice, but I can't. I just can't, folks. This is just bam, bam, bam. And that is just banging around on everything we got over here. Okay, we're almost there. I could probably do it by hand now. Yeah, it's loose enough. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. All right, this bar's off now. Now I have to put this bracket back on. Okay, I put that bracket back on, then I can slap that air right up there. And even if I don't hook the air up tonight, because to be honest with you, I'm starting to feel it from falling, my elbows and stuff. My body's just kind of getting sore. I'm gonna slide around the other side real quick and grab this bar and chuck it. Just from wrenching on stuff, you know what I mean? It's kind of, I'm feeling, I can tell you that much right now, this ain't that heavy at all. But yeah, I honestly could. There is a spot right here, but then I'd have to take this off, and I really don't feel like taking anything else off right now. Maybe one of those springtime adventures, or for some odd reason, if somebody bumps their gums to me and says, oh, I really like that truck, and I say, well, make me an offer. You know, I like cash and money, and everything has a price. No, I'm not just going to give this truck away, because you see the struggles of what I'm doing now. You know, what I'm going through to get this cab air ride on, and everything else I've done to this truck, I'm not just going to give it away. So for some odd reason, if you are in the market to buy a Cabover and you just think you have to have Chad Keegan's blue truck, then come at it. If not, don't say nothing. Don't say, oh, I like that truck. If you ever want to sell it, I'd buy it. Because if you're going to say that, you probably don't have the money. And you don't need to waste my time nor yours, because I could care less. But if you have the money and you want this truck bad enough, it could be yours. Could be yours. So I'm gonna hook this back up, and then we'll get back to hooking that air ride up. You know what I mean? So I had to install this bar that I took off and thought I wouldn't have to install, because when I would I grabbed onto the handle and pulled myself up, the whole thing shimmied like this back and forth. So fortunately Kim came out to ask about supper, so I was able to hold on here, grab the camera, give her the gun to hold on, turn it around because it's on you right now. There you go. Point it up so it's not on my ass. I was able to give her the stuff, and she helped me out. All right, now that's on. So I just need to go over to the other side and tighten it up, because this thing was super horribly, and it was horrible. Like the whole frame and everything would move when I didn't have this bar on. So this has to basically be on. So we all know I had to take that thing off. I put it back on. I didn't have to take off the other side, which was fantabulous. But I'm like jammed up in here right now, and man, oh my God, I'm starting to hurt. I'm starting to feel this. This is more of a job than what it, you know, you're just not unhooking 4 bolts, 8 bolts, and putting 8 bolts back in for this, you know, unless you want your shit all wobbly and stuff. So it's what it is. But go over the other side and hook it up real quick, and then I'm gonna throw that thing on. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw that thing on. We're gonna see how it goes, and then we should be good with that thing. So we'll be good with the thing for today, and we'll have that air ride hooked up on. I don't know if it's getting the air or not today. I guess we'll wait and see. Brace on there, and I may have put that bitch on backwards, but we're gonna find out real quick. Because I'm gonna throw this bitch in there. I think it should be okay. I don't know. I guess we'll find out here in 2.5, because oh no, we're good. Perfect. Okay, that's what we needed. Now we got her all. We just gotta get her lined up to where we can get bolts in there. If you know what I mean. Now we can get some bolts in there, and that can go back and forth, to and fro, side to side, just a scotch. You know what I mean? And that's about all we got to do. Get her. We just have to be able to get the hardware in there, pretty much. So I'm gonna go grab the hardware, but at least this fits right fine. We don't have no more issues. I'll grab you real quick and show you our issues, and boy do we got a mess. So we're gonna have to bust it baby here real quick, so we get some of our mess cleaned up. If not, I guess the stuff can sit out overnight, because I don't really care, to be honest with you. Yeah, we got plenty of room here for all of our stuff. Our airline will come in right back here. We'll have to go through and make sure all this stuff is hooked up and tight. But you know, our airline will come in right here basically. So it'll drop down and probably go into this tank here. There is a spot right there. I know you can't see it, but I'll get down there later, where I'll take a plug out and I'll put that there's an air regulator situmigator thingy mabob that'll go down there. You know, a line will come right up here, and then that's that. and then we'll have cab air ride on the blue truck. So basically just tightening that down and hooking that air up. We'll take a gander over to Frank. Let's walk over there real quick. Walking on frame, walking on frame, walking on frame. Yeah, okay, that guy right there. So there's one of those that is in the packet. Okay, that already had a T on it, so that just tees off that. But there's one of those pressure sensor regulators, and that line just runs up to there. That line was already hooked up when I did this one. This was so much easier because all I had to do was unbolt those and throw these on, and these bags are still nice and full. And this truck hasn't been ran since we took it in that Halloween parade. And the wind was blowing, and we got freaking corn this crap all over the place. How it got up there, man, it must have been bad. If it blowed all the way up there, it must have been bad. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we'll have to hook that up, which it should be okay. I should be able to pull that plug no problem and hook that right into there. There's some stuff, and I got some tape and crap like that, which we'll get onto that. But I'm going to get the bolts, and I'm going to hook this up and make sure it's tight. Then I'll be able to at least drop the cab. Not sure. I will not start this truck today. This truck won't get started until that power steering reservoir and all that crap gets taken care of, because it's kind of a big deal. So I guess we'll figure it out. I mean, worst case scenario, I gotta hook the thing back up over here if I can't get that thing off, because there's a couple bolt holes there, bullet holes, and there's always, you know, stuff up in there. But if it leaks, then it would leak right down on my tank, and I really don't want it leaking right down on my tank. I didn't mind it leaking down on transmission because that's black anyways, so it wasn't like it was a big deal and nobody would see it. But if it leaked all in my tank, that'd be just a huge mess. So that's something we don't want. So we're getting on it. So I've got this bolted down as much as I could. They're just hand tightened except for these two in the front. There's a gap right here in the front, which there was when I did Frank's too. I think I had to air it up, but I have all the other ones on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lower the cab for the first time and see if that helps out any. If I can get that to smash down. If not, it may be a few days before I get those tightened up all the way, but I still want to lower the cab down to see what's going to happen. So I'll hook you up back here, and I'll kind of do this real quick and see what's up. That way we know whether we're good or not. So you can just be right there. That cab is, you know, where it's at. Ba-boom, boom. Raise her up just a skoge so I can get off that thing, and we'll see what happens when we put it down. This is the height. Okay, there's bolts and brackets in here, right here. If you can see this, there's bolts and brackets in there with a thing that is the actual ride height of what that standard one would be. All right, I'll get you up here real quick. I'm sure you could see where I was pointing, but I want to make sure you see that. So you don't actually have to have this. For some odd reason, if your shit goes bad and you want it actual ride height, there's this bracket right here. These two bolts go all the way through, and yeah, this just holds this at the regular ride height of what this guy right here on the ground would be, the standard one. So that's what that is. So I don't even need to worry about that. So I'm going to let this down and see how it sits. Hopefully it'll put enough weight where I want it to on those, you know, that spot, and we'll see what's going on. If I can tighten them up, because then I'll just tighten the stuff up and I'll be good on that. Then I honestly may just clean my shit up and go inside and take a shower. And I'm dirty and I'm hurting for certain. That's for sure. Shit for sure. Okay. It looks like it needs to go forward some because it is squashing down on my pad there. I don't know if you've seen that or not. okay? I shoved that side forward. Let's go and shove the other side forward real quick, because that's pretty much what you need to do. You need to kind of figure out where this is going to go and mock it up when you do it. Let's see how much room I got over here. I don't. Okay, there we go. I had a little bit of room, not a ton to go forward. So I guess we'll see what's going to happen here now. Hopefully it'll be able to go down on it. Oh, it's still kind of pinching. Okay, there it goes. It went, it's hooking. I pulled it tight. Oh man. And it still has a little bit of a gap up there at the top, which Frank does too. It never goes all the way up. And I wonder if it's because of that situation. I don't know, but let's pull it up and see how tight it is. Pulling it up. Kind of stiff on there. Yeah. It kind of pulls it forward a little bit on the pads, but I know when I okay, and it pushed that one all the way down. So now I can tighten it up where it's at. And I know that it'll be good because that's pulling as tight as what it's going to on that. I honestly think it needs to go over that way just a little bit. So I'm going to see if I can smack it over some. Might need a sledge or something. I'm gonna keep it right there like that. I honestly don't know if I can even get it to go over any, because the way the stuff is. It probably just might be one of those situations where I just need to tighten it up, and it's what it is, you know what I mean, because that's what's going on. But that's how you basically figure out your stuff. If I do that, I'll let you know later, you know, if I make any more adjustments or not. But at least I'm gonna throw those bolts in there so I can get that tightened up and tightened down. Yeah, I'll see if I can move it over. I don't think I'm gonna be able to, because it might be right in here. There's not a whole lot of more room I can go. If you can see this one, you know what I mean? It's already forward enough. You see how those are kind of sticking up over there? Probably not, but they're kind of at an angle and skewed. So I at least got to get my nuts and bolts on there, or my washer and lock washer and stuff like that. So I'll have it tightened, and it's what it is. We got it's on the truck, okay? It's on the truck. It just needs the rest of the stuff hooked up. So we'll figure out what we're gonna do with that power steering reservoir, because that's kind of important, if you know what I mean. And we'll go from there. Oh man, howdy folks, and how are you doing? Welcome back to the Chad Keegan Air Ride Trucking Edition Spectacular. Let's get set up here. Obviously, I'm laying on my back right here, but we're gonna hook up this airline real quick, best we can. Try to get you where you can see everything. It's kind of hard, but this thingamabob right here is already down here, okay? You can obviously see it. There's a plug over here. So basically, I'm just going to remove this plug right here, and I'm going to take this airline right here, and I'm going to move that plug right over here, because I've got this T-fitting right here that should go right into this. And this is the same kind of doohickey-mabob that's on Frank. So hopefully this will go right in here, and I'll just be able to shoot that line right out there, because I don't think I can fit it here. Obviously I can't, because that's too big. So maybe we're gonna have a situation that we might have to figure out, because that does not fit in there like I was hoping it would. So maybe, just maybe, we won't be able to do this like I wanted to. But there is this right here, which we might be able to take out. And let me go, I'll be back. I'll be right back, because I'll be back. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, I can do this, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this plug, to the store with me when I go to the store, because I need to go to the store, and I'm going to get one of these that's this big, that'll fit this. So I'm basically going to get a new one of these, but this size on this end and then that size on that end, because obviously that doesn't fit. Or I'll get something that'll couple over that to go into there, you know what I mean? So I'll take these two things to the store with me to compare and contrast, because that's what I need to do when I'm doing it. But for now, and I can use this still, I don't need to use this. I can't, there's nothing I could even get to fit down in there for you know, the stuff that I got in that kit. So it don't really matter about that. Basically just going to loosen this guy up and work him over to here, because that's where I need it. And then I'll be able to have the airline and stuff hooked up over here, and I will be satisfied, if you know what I mean. So yeah, there's a lot of leg work into this. It's just not, you know, slapping some bolts like I would have liked to on Frank. You know, he was already done. So if you've got a truck that don't have air ride, it's probably gonna, it's an all-day job at least. And I'm super freaking sore from doing this stuff earlier, but it's what it is. So I'm not gonna complain. I'm just gonna keep doing what I gotta do until I get it done. I am getting a bunch of shit in my mouth though. I don't really care for, you know what I mean? If you know what I mean. Ugh, come on. Get off there. Anyways, well, I got this slid over. Hopefully it's tightening up like I want it to. A bunch of shit falling on me. I can't really tell. Nope, maybe not. I don't know. It's pissing me off. What has today though? You know what I mean? Well, the old lady throwing something away, maybe. I don't understand this fucking thing. Get on there and tighten up. Come on. Come on, baby. You can do it. Oh, what a fucking pain in the ass. What a pain in the ass. Just needs to sit down on there and tighten up. If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. I might need to shoot it at another angle. Might need to climb up in here and get some space up in here. Oh yeah, that way I can see. Come on, baby. Oh man. Y'all don't know the struggle your boy had today. Man, it's been a struggle for you boy today. Man, if you know me, I'm all crunched up in here. Okay, now I can at least see it. So maybe I'll be able to tell. Oh God, come on. Okay, I think it's tightening. Oh, I can't even reach my wrench. Oh, that's not right. Give me it. Oh, you can't see none of this, but I'm gonna reach with my foot, and you know what I mean? You can't see none of it. None of it. Oh, you're getting ripped off on the show, man. Anyways, we'll get this hooked up on this side here. No, this is tightening down. And this will be nice. And then I'll just be able to hook that other one up on that side, like I said before, and I'll be able to run that airline. And then we'll have that. And as long as we get that power steering reservoir situated wherever it's going, we're not sure yet. We've had different options, thoughts, and talks about it, but you know, and maybe it'll go back out there, and I won't get any new lines made, and I'll just hook those old ones back up. I don't know yet. This is nice, so I can finally, I'm gonna slide back on here because I don't need to be all jammed up between this freaking drive shaft and shit. Rather lay on my back and have shit fall down my eyes and be all jammed up. And I think I got a rock between my pants and underwear, and I did. Ugh. You know what I mean? Ugh. I'm done after this. I'm taking my shit, I'm picking my stuff up, and so I need to go get that line and figure out what else I need to get. I don't know, man. We're going to town for something. I can't remember what, though. So it's what it is. I need to make some phone calls and bitch and set filter. I tried calling them earlier and nobody answered. It just rang and rang and rang, and then I was like, you know what, piss on this, I'm hanging up. And if it's going to be one of those situations where like, oh, it's an internet sale, we can't refund you because it's an internet sale, or it says 15% restocking fee, I'm going to tell them, kiss my ass, you gave me the wrong fucking part in the first place, and I'm going to badmouth that company all over my YouTube channel for my 1,000 viewers to see. Not to use these POSs. They're just cocksucking ripoff. You know what I mean? Yeah, that vacation was nice. I need to get down in Florida, see some of my friends that live down there that live on the ocean and stuff. We're not too far from the ocean. Just go hang out with them for a few days, and you know what I mean? So there we go. That's hooked up. Now we just got to scooch that other one to the other side. Until tomorrow. Aro. Well, it's the next day, and ran to the store last night, and I picked this up. This little coupling right here, because this size goes into where I need to on that air, you know. He showed me some shit like this, and he's like, blah, 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 you just this and then that. And I said, hey, I got one of those at home, but the one at home is too small for this. But fortunately, remember this I got for the floor? Without running back to the store, I've got this that I got for the floor, and I had gotten two, and I had this one extra, and I was just going to keep it for whatever. But I can plug this one in here, and then I can plug this one in here. I know it makes it a little long and awkward, but I'm going to probably crank on it to where it'll shorten it up a little bit, because it's got some room to go in there. But I'm going to put some thread tape on it real quick before I do that, just to goop it up a little bit. That way we don't have any hisses or pisses. And then I'll be able to pretty much run this airline from down there up the top and hook it up and be done with that. And then I'll be able to move on basically to the power steering reservoir and get that taken care of now, versus whether I need to go get some new lines made or not, or where I end up sticking that new one is still to be decided. You know, I talked about mocking it up at the one place. I don't really know if I want to put it there because I got the springs. Do I want to move the fuel? Do I really want to get into all that? If I unhook that line, I'm probably going to have to take off that whole shifter section. Do I even want to do that? So it's I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to happen. I may just throw it back in the back and see how that works. But I have to find a different spot for it, because it will not go back on you know, where it was, because it was on that air ride, or that, you know, that mount for the cab mount ride air situation setting on. Now that it's got that air ride, it won't go. But yeah, I'm gonna tape these up real quick, get them down there. Once I get down there, I'll bring you back. So that's what's going on. Well, here we are down here. Let's see if I get this on here, am I gonna be able to put this other one on, is the question pretty much. Hand, because that thread tape's backwards. I always hate that. Put thread tape on backwards. Like, shit's a pain in the ass anyways. And if you put it on the wrong way, it just comes off. I think I should probably just gooped it up maybe. You know, that's just not gonna fucking do it. Okay, now will this still spin on is my question. I think I might have room to get her on there. Boom. Yeah, it should be all right. Oh, such a lovely place. All right. I didn't really do shit. Oh, well, either way, I mean, if I need to come down and crank it some more, I can. Now I can go get that line and hook it up. It should run right through there, and I can just shoot her straight up. Shoot that shit straight up and not have any issues, I'd say, hooking onto one of this shit hanging down and stuff, and, you know, things of that nature. Let's see if we can. There we go. Let's crank this thing in there some more. Just get her cranked in there a little bit more. There we go. That's probably good enough. I don't want to overdo it. And then we'll go from there. Let me go get that line real quick. I'll be back. All right. Well, I actually found some line that I had used for that seat and stuff when I was messing around, and this is enough to go down here. Already got hooked up at the top. Let me see where that thing went. It's around here somewhere. We'll see what happens here. Hopefully that'll tighten down on it. Yep, we'll need a cranker. Misplaced one of my tools. I'm kind of disappointed about that. 7/16. These things are the shit right here with this ratchet end on it. I've had these for a hot ass minute, and I really need to get another set. I should go to the Harbor Freights and pick some stuff up so I can have another set. Oh, that whole thing's turning. Isn't that just lovely? And that line is not tightening up on there. Oh, I'd like it to be honest with you, because this fucking thing is turning on me. Which it don't matter if it's the side or straight up and down. You know what I mean? The only thing about this line is there was a kink in it. Okay, we'll just leave it right there like that. There was a kink in it, but I think it should work out, and that's nice and tight now. I'll probably just run it up higher. That way it's hooked on everything. Throw some zip ties on that bad boy and we'll be good. So that's hooked up. So on to the next thing that we need to do on the old agenda. So let's climb out of here. As you can obviously see, the sun's in my eyes. Hey, guess what? There's that little thing I lost, but I found it. So let's write some shit on here. And man, I'm telling you what, my body is hurting from doing this. I don't know if I told, yeah, I told you I slipped and fell yesterday and busted my elbow and twisted some of my fingers back and whatnot, but we're still doing it because, well, we have to. We're the only one that's going to do it here. So, you know what I'm saying? We'll get this cab jacked up and move on to the next thing, because that's hooked up now. So we got to get that power steering reservoir hooked up and stuff so we can some juice flowing in there and fire it up. most sense. It made the most sense for me just to stick it back here because I didn't want to loop that frickin' big hose. And that big hose has enough room to reach back already, so I don't have to worry about taking that off or anything. And this is fine for this to sit back here. It's not in the way of anything, so it's fine. So I got that other one painted up already. Obviously, you see me cut that it's almost all the way up. That's real too, but I gotta go get it on thing real quick, and then I can actually take and put some actual kibosh on this and tighten it up. These are the locking nuts here, so they should be good. Once we put the clamp down on it, this is a little bit thicker though, so I'll keep my eyes on them, you know what I mean, and make sure everything's okay, because we don't want this tipping over while we're trying to run it or nothing, but it'll sit fine right here. All the hoses will be like, you know, in this region, so they'll be fine just hooking up right down here. They're not in the way of anything. They're basically run the same way where they were before, except the only problem is I have one of the lines, or one of the hookups for the lines I already have made is different, so I may either go get those two lines, new ones made if I need to, or I will I'll go get a fitting from the store and hook it up with that. So that's what's up. Well, I just bolted this thing down, and oh man, this thing is solid. So let's I'll get that rest of the other one taken care of, and I'll come back here, mock it up, and I'll check those lines, see if I can use them or not, I guess. So I just got back from the hydraulic place, or machinery services in Defiance, because I had to get a couple lines made. So I got elbows and stuff like that, because I didn't have you know, I have that on right there, obviously, as you can see, it's right there mounted. Put the big one on, and then I had to pretty much go get these made, because they wouldn't fit, first of all. So there's where that one's at up there, if you can see in this malarkey. I've already got it pretty much to where it needs to be, and then that other one is going to go down here right there and then run back. They're going to run back through here along with this big one's right here already, and that's I got those things right there, and I got a thing right there that I can hook those up on to where they're not rubbing against anything or where they need to be. This is kind of a congested area, obviously, as you can see. There's a ton of hoses and fittings here, and that's where I couldn't get that one out, because it was, you know what I mean, right there, and I couldn't get that broke free. But that's okay. So I went and made these, or had these made. $250 is what they cost me. This shit is expensive, and it's what it is, but where that's mounted, it'll be fine. I've already got the big one hooked up, so basically all I need to do now is run these lines, which I'm going to probably do off camera, because that's the kind of guy I am. Yes, it's me doing it. My wife's gone, so it's not her sliding in doing the work. But then I need to let's go over here real quick, and I'll show you something. It'll be the last thing I do before we start dumping fluid, and fire this thing up and get this air, see how this air ride works in our air system and stuff like that. I've got a drip right here, so I'm thinking this hose is bad right here, which I've got a ton of this hose in the garage. So since I don't want to have this constantly dripping right there, I'm pretty sure there's a rip in this section right in here. I'm going to unhook that, drain that down, and put a new chunk of hose on there right there, and then I will be ready to go. I'm promising you that much right now. That's just something that's needed to be done that I haven't done since I put that radiator in, because I was doing other shit. But that's what's up. So we'll get these lines ran, start dumping fluid, and get on with the show. Well, folks, we're at the point in our journey, 2-day venture with the blue truck, trying to get this air ride hooked up to where we're dumping fluid now in here. Did what I needed to up there, got that hose swapped out and stuff, and I might need to just move that clamp around or something on that, because it seemed like that wasn't too bad, but there was a couple spots where, like, you know, after a while rust and stuff builds up on there. You know what I'm saying? And it's just what it is. So we're gonna dump some fluid in here though. As we final. Oh. I just love how this spews out. This is fucking Jesus criminy. What a joke. I need something with like a pour neck on it to where I'm not dumping a bunch of shit everywhere. Here we go. Here we go, baby. Yeah, I'm not sure how much this is even going to take, so I got 2 out. I'm going to fill it up until I can't fill it up anymore probably. And then I got to lower the cab, start the truck. Well, I got to fill up the antifreeze and the coolant reservoir. That all filled up. And we'll go from there. I'll probably have to come back here and fill this up who knows how many more times. Make sure these lines and stuff and everything up there have the fluid, since I, you know, pretty much drained everything except for what was in the pump. Yeah, I took all that though. It's, you know, it'll have to move to get all this fluid in there and stuff. I'm just stumbling and mumbling and in the view. You know how it goes. You know how it goes, folks. Okay, so that filled that up, but I'm guaranteeing that that is not full completely. Yeah, that filled that thing almost up. So I need to lower the cab now real quick. I'll keep this back here because if we stick this down in here, it says we're full. So we'll keep this back here. It can just drip drop, lollipop and flop down in there until it goes on the fucking ground. What? It's been that kind of day. This hat's pissed me off about 15 times. It's somewhat windy. Needless to say, I've thrown it more than once. Well, we got fluid in there. So let's fire this truck up because I need to, like I said, get more fluid in there. I need to check that air and stuff like that. So hopefully she'll fire up. It's been a while since it's ran. Fired right up. Oh, look how puffs my wheat. We're just gonna check because we got new air here, new air down there, air back here. We'll see if that stuff fills up, and check out power steering pump and see how that goes. So I'll let it run for a little bit, and I'll just stick you over here, I guess, and you can hang out while I do what I need to and check some stuff out. Watch this bad boy smoke. Not here though, because you'd be pointing at the sun and not be able to see shit. So it goes nuts, man. We'll get you back here when those bags start to fill up. See if we get air in there and stuff. I've got kind of a lean going on right now, so what it is. Here, that's a nice view, huh? Like that if the old thing would stop. So I'm going to probably try and take those bolts off. Well, here we got some situation going on. I was just messing with that stuff back here, and for some odd reason, I don't know if this is just stiff or what, but those are staying up and there's no air in there, which there isn't a leak or nothing. I mean, there's a little one back here where it hooks up, but for some odd reason, those bags aren't filling. So
I'm going to clean up my mess, and then I'm gonna run it down the road here in a minute because everything looked okay. Nothing's really like leaking or nothing. See how this one's sitting? Those bags are a little bit fatter and shorter, so I don't know what's going on here. And that's like basically not even stretched out or nothing, so maybe that cap just sat higher. And those are fulls are going to be, and they have been for a couple weeks, so let me clean my mess up. Well, the old vice grip is gone. There ain't really nothing to hook you up to, no lunchbox or nothing like that, so let's see if we can. It's been a long time since this thing's fucking moved. The brakes are probably froze up on it. Rolling. Oh, can't tell, those ones must be rolling. Hopefully I don't hit nothing. A bunch of fucking crap there. I should have moved it. Can't tell how close I am to Frank. Damn it. Okay, I can see now. They're clear. Ooh, God, we're close. Well, I guess if we do hit it, it's oh, we're good. I was gonna say if we did hit it, it would be the light that's already messed up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why those bags aren't filling up. It's like those springs or the shocks that are on there were stiff or something. So we're just gonna, you know, we'll run it down the road, get a little pep, and we'll stop and check out the situation and see if it's gonna do anything. We'll hit that one bump. You know, that one bump. Woohoo! Woo! I should have cleaned the windows. Horrible. I mean, it feels like it's a little bounce to it. I don't know. Jesus, I gotta back up. I can't do this with these windows. They're just nasty. It's fucking nasty, folks. Should have whipped it out and turned around, but I'm just gonna back up. It ain't no big deal. It's really not. Now this is the first time this truck has moved since we parked it the last time. We had the issue with the windows. I was really hoping to wash this thing before I moved it, but circumstances forced my hands with that air, and I do have a couple here and there, a few little air pisses, if you know what I mean. But shouldn't be too big of a deal. It feels like it's got some spring in the ass end, though. I can tell you that much right now. And the turning radius, the power steering, all that shit seems to be fine because this thing's turning like it is. Oh, Mr. Frank. All right, let me give me like 2 seconds. All right, take two here. The windows are cleaner, at least better than what they were. You know what I mean? Let's see if I remember how to write this down. Dry this thing. I should throw on some sunglasses too. I shifted into the right gear here. Maybe not. Okay, apparently I don't know how to drive this thing. That's what it is. What gear was you in, man? I feel like we normally do start from the beginning. Okay, that's because I'm not shifting over far enough here. home and you can't see nothing because you're getting just jerked around. Jerked around here. Pull back here on this asphalt. That way we can check for leaks or not. Stuff in the dark. Up here real quick. Let's get out here. Man, this is horrible. Just horrible. Views are probably bad. Angles, getting slammed around. Yeah, this thing still has no air in it. Isn't that the weirdest thing? But those springs are up all the frickin' way. It's like this cab doesn't have enough weight to shove that back down to where the air needs to be. So I don't know. I don't know, man, but that's how you change it, at least. Yeah, look at that shit. Bags are loose. Nothing in them. It's like there's nothing in them. Let me climb up here real quick. Yeah, it's so weird. Well, those brackets did have to come off. I got the ones off. I thought, you know, I might be able to just leave these little ones on. Nope, they were still holding those shock laters up. So I had to pretty much take those off, which it was a pain in the ass. Lost one of the bars somewhere over there when I hit the ship. But then as soon as I did, these dropped down and the bags actually filled up with air and did what they're supposed to do. So now the cab is riding on the air ride. So let's climb up in there. I don't think I'm going to go anywhere. My hands are dirty. The sun has set. Unfortunately, we lost sunlight and it's really not that late, but let's just monkey up around there and grab onto this and see if we can get some to go. Nope, because this thing's still super stiff. And unfortunately I got the phone because the GoPro died. So I don't know, man. It's just not. It still isn't. I don't know. But it's just, I don't know. Oh, fuck it. Let's go down the road. I ain't got nothing to hold you on to. So I'm just going to sit up here like that maybe. That's probably not going to work. So, nope. That ain't going to work. And like I said, the GoPro died. So I'll sit right there real quick. Low air. Great, we got build air again because we lost all our air. So I don't know. Ooh. Let's see if our lights work. 1, 2. Well, so far those are good, and you can see in Grandma's truck those are good. Let's get out and check our flashers. Oh, we can see from in the mirror. I had to throw that mat down because this, and I do have a little piss in here, so I'll take care of that. Boom, boom, baby lights. A couple baby lights, those. Yep. Floodlight. Let's see what happens when we do that. Boom! Okay. Oh, we got one. And I don't know what's going on with this one over here. Oh, may need a... Oh, there we go. We got two. So you're kindly jammed in what would be the actual thing that goes up here, but I took it off Grandma's truck, and obviously my hands were freaking dirty, and yeah, it did work. So we'll see what happens here. Try to make this run real quickly. This air ride that's actually where it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? I'm sure you're going to go all over the place, but it's what it is. We're going to shut her down for the day. Yeah, I think I like it. So looks like it rides a little bit smoother, well, and we're a little bit more jerky. So herky jerky. Can't see it over here. Yeah, we're good. We are good. Look at the bags. Yeah, before those weren't filling up because I had those stupid brackets in there. Now those are full, so we got the bounce of the ounce. Both blue lights. I was feeling for an air leak, sorry. Sorry, I was feeling for an air leak. Man. Ow, man. Look at that shit. Look at that damn shit, man. Ooh. Man, I put this off for so long. Okay, anyways, everybody knows I've been putting that shit off for way too freaking long. And, finally got her done. Oh, freaking time, huh? Hopefully that's in one. You know what I mean? She's floating around. Wife did text me, haven't checked the response yet. We gotta get you back so we can see that moon. Still the night, damn moonlight. I feel my heart is shaking. Still the night. Oh yeah, it's big and orange. That's her again. Throw flashes on here because that's the kind of guy we are. So we're gonna stop right in the middle of the freaking road here and take some pictures. Oh man, there's a little fuzz on it that's back off there. I don't know. I'll be back. Get you in on this, man. That people can go around if they you know what I mean? If they're out here. Oh, you can't really see it. It's blurry, unfortunately. But get over here and take some pictures because of this stupid thing, probably. Here we go. There it is. There it is. Okay, well, you're just jammed up in there right now, but yeah, that's what I got for pictures. I'll probably post those on Facebook now, so anybody that is friends with me on Facebook already knows what's going on because that's a really good photo. And we're gonna hit the bump again here. We're gonna see what goes on. You know what I mean? This doesn't feel stiff, I can tell you that much right now. it wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't bad. I bet if I had a load on or something like that, I probably wouldn't be able to feel it, but I think it's rides a lot smoother. So, blue truck has a cab air ride. That's what's up. That's what's up, baby. And no leaks as far as I'm concerned. So now I'm gonna park this. I got definitely mess to clean up. And guess what's going back to work, because Frank needs to get some work done to it now. I don't know if I'll change the oil and shit right now or not. I might wait. I'm sure the oil's fine. I'll check it out and stuff, do all that stuff, but I'll throw the tools and everything I need to in this truck so I can run it, because I can run it. Man, it's such a nice night. Such a freaking nice night. Beautiful sunset. You know what? I'm gonna back this truck up and I'm gonna get some of that view. Some of that sunset view and pictures like I used to. So I'll be back maybe. Man, look at that. It's just gorgeous, folks. It's just gorgeous there. So that'll probably be like the picture for maybe the cover. I don't know. That is nice. Look how nice that truck looks. Those are how bright those lights are. A few people asking me how bright those were. Those are pretty decent. I mean, they're not bad. You know, they're fine with brights. Those are those halogens, so that's what's up. That is what is up. Man, that thing just looks nice. Look at that shit. Look at that damn shit. Boom. Hi, how are you? And welcome back to Uncle Chad's Garage. And today we've got this right here, this power steering reservoir, and we've got this filter that we're going to open because we have gotten this filter. I don't know, maybe before I left to go get the stuff I needed to go get. So I honestly could have probably slapped this project together sooner than what I did, but you know how I am. I'm a procrastinator, and I kindly like to drag my feet until my back is against the wall, because that's where I feel more comfortable, I'd say, when my back's against the wall and I'm forced to do things. I like the pressure. And if you've been hanging out on the Chad Keegan YouTube channel, Trucking Edition Spectacular, for more than a week, you know that. And some people are probably thinking to myself, dude, why don't you just do this? And why are you not doing this when you could do this? We're waiting to see this done and we're getting bored. And you know, it's just one of those things, folks. I'll do shit at my own pace because that's what I do. There's a camera going right there, Kim. So if you come into here, try to fix your stocking cap.
No.
I don't really care if you do or not, but come over here and tell everybody hi. Come over here. Oh, I don't even know if that's right fucking size, folks. It better be. You better fucking tell them. That's it. That's all you get, folks. That's it for her. But, oh yeah, look at that. Comes with a new big gasket. And yeah.
I'm gonna go open my package.
Your what?
My package.
Okay.
Find me when you're ready to do next door.
Alrighty. Yeah, no. Yeah, this ain't, no, this is not. This is already open too, and the seals were out. There's no fucking way. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking lose it, dude. Oil filter. Brookville, PA. I'm gonna look them up and I'm gonna call them up. Byron Center, Michigan. We've met address. Okay. Like, yeah, dude, you guys sent me the wrong fucking shit. Because I don't think this is right. At all. Let's get it open and we'll find out here. Man, this is gonna set me back even farther. Because I definitely don't want to. I mean, I guess I could just open this at any time and pull that out, but
I don't want to get a bunch of lube and stuff and start, you know, with new stuff and not kind of have it right. Now, this is way different. This is not the same. Jesus. Well, they're getting a phone call tomorrow. I can tell you that much right now. Not even fucking close, folks. FS19736. LF5637. Nope. Jesus. Ugh. All right, well, there goes for that. There goes for that. That's gonna be a waste of my time. That's a waste of my time. It's a waste of my fucking time. So irritating. It's so irritating.